Hello children, good morning to all. Welcome back to our Vidhyalakshmi YouTube channel. After a long gap, I am going to meet you. How are you all? I think everyone is fine. I feel very happy to meet you once again with the topic Ulysses, which is from 12th Unit 4, 12th standard. Ulysses. I told you already in the last class. Ulysses is a Greek hero and he is a king of Ithaca. We discussed the first part of the poem in the last class. I told the poem has been divided into 3 parts. So what are the 3 parts? I remember you once again. See, this is the 3 parts of the poem. In the last class, we discussed these 3 parts. So, first part, what is the first part? The thirst for adventure. The thirst for adventure which does not allow Ulysses to remain his kingdom as a mere ruler. Thirst for adventure. Ulysses wants to go for a journey, a voyage. A voyage must be adventure. That adventurous voyage does not allow Ulysses to be a normal ruler. He does not want to be a normal, simple ruler. He wants to go for an adventurous voyage. He needs some thrilling in his life. This is the first part. Second part. What is second part? Ulysses handing over his kingdom to his son Telemachus. Telemachus. Who is Telemachus? Telemachus is son of Ulysses. He hands over his responsibility and everything to his son because he goes to voyage, for the next voyage. Ulysses believes his son. So he hands over his responsibility to Telemachus. Next, the third part. What is the third part? Ulysses' clarion call. What is clarion call? I told you already in the Tamil. Araikoval calls all his soldiers to enter into the unknown lands. Unknown lands which includes paradise and heaven. Okay, these are called the division of the poem Ulysses. In the last class, we had seen the first part, that is the thirst for adventures. Now we are going to see the second part. What is the second part? Ulysses handing over his kingdom. See, this is my son. This is my son. Mine own Telemachus. This is my son, mine own Telemachus. He introduced his son to the soldiers. Ulysses says that it was his son. My dear friends, you see, this is my son, mine own son. His name is Telemachus, to whom I leave the scepter and eisel. The scepter and eisel. What is scepter? Scepter is an ornamental rod. Scepter is an ornamental rod. Eisel. What is eisel? Power. I am going to hand over my scepter and the the scepter and the power to him. The scepter which signifies the power of the king. செங்கோல் கையில் இருந்தால் தான் அரசனுக்கு அழகு. எந்த ஒரு அரசனும் ரூல் பண்ணும்போது அவனுடைய கையில் செங்கோல் வச்சிருப்பான். So he hands over the scepter and power to his son Telemachus. This question will be asked in figures of speech. They ask the question, what does scepter signify? The scepter signify the power of the king. What is the figures of speech? Synecdoche. 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 This is the figures of speech here. Okay. Ulysses says, this is his son, his own son Telemachus. He hands over his scepter and power. Okay. Next line. See the next line. Well loud of me discerning to fulfill, well out of me. He loves me more. My son Telemachus loves me more. He loves me more. How he loves me more? Like he loves you. என் மகன் என்னை எப்படி லவ் பண்ணுறானோ அதே மாதிரி உங்களை லவ் பண்ணுவான். என்னை எப்படி பார்த்துக்கிறானோ அதே மாதிரி உங்களை பார்த்துப்பான். Well out of me. How I used to love you when I was a king, likewise he loves you. He loves you. Discerning to fulfill. Discerning to fulfill. He judges all equally. He gives judgments all equally. எல்லாரையும் ஒரே மாதிரி ட்ரீட் பண்ணுவான். He treats all equally. He fulfill all the needs. Whatever you need, he fulfill it. This labor by slow prudence to make mild. This labor to slow prudence to make mild. This labor, who is labor here? The hard work people. He learned them. He learned them slowly. The slow prudence. He learned about you slowly. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக கற்றுப்பான். Make mild. Learn step by step. A rugged people. He changes you. He changes and throws soft degrees. My son Telemachus changes you. Changes the uncivilized people and civilized one. He changes you. He changes everyone slowly, like step by step. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக அவன் வந்து உங்களை பற்றி தெரிஞ்சுப்பான். கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக அவன் வந்து என்ன பண்ண அவங்கள வந்து மாற்றுவான். And he learns slowly, subdued them to useful and the good. Subdued them useful. Subdue them to the useful and the good. Subdue means under control. Under control or rule. He ruled them. He ruled the people. He ruled the people in useful way and in good way. My son Telemachus ruled the people. He learns to rule the people in good way and in the useful way. Most blameless is he. Most blameless is he, centered in the spear. You can't blame him. You never blame him. You can't find even a single fault on my son. Why? Because he will be centered in the spear. He stands center. நடுநிலையான மரணா இருப்பான். You can't find even a single mistake on him. அவன் மேலே ஒரே ஒரு சின்ன மிஸ்டேக் கூட கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியாது. நடுநிலையான மரணா இருப்பான் அவன். Of common duties. Of common duties, decent not to fail. He does his common duties. What he wants to do, he does. He never fails from his duty. Okay? But what he says, what Ulysses says, he is going to rule the country, rule the people in a good way and in useful way. He learns the people step by step. At the same time, he controls the people step by step. At the same time, he will be in the center sphere. The people cannot find even a single mistake or single fault on him. Single fault on him. Mostly, he will not be a blameless man. He will be common to all the one. He never fail what he commits. ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு வேலையை செய்யறேன்னு சொன்னா கண்டிப்பா செய்வான். அவன் தான் my son Telemachus. Okay? And next, in offices of tenderness. In offices of tenderness and pay meet adoration to my household gods. Household gods. Tenderness. He will be very soft, tender coconut. Have you heard about tender coconut? How the tender coconut? It will be very soft. இளநீர் சொல்லுவோம்ல சாஃப்டாக இருக்கும் அந்த மாதிரி. Likewise, he will be very very soft. ரொம்ப சாஃப்டான பையன் அவன். ஓகேவா? He never scold you. Or he will never torture you. Torture பண்ண மாட்டான், திட்ட மாட்டான். He is very soft. He handles you too soft. உங்களை ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுறதும் சாஃப்டாக தான் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணுவான். சரியா? handles you soft and pay adoration and pay meet adoration to the household gods. Okay, as soon as I go to voyage, as soon as I go for voyage, he is going to do all the rituals to my god. நான் போனதுக்கு அப்புறமா இங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய household gods அப்படின்னு சொன்னா நம்மளுடைய தெய்வங்களுக்கு எல்லாத்துக்கும் யாரு பணிவிடை செய்வாங்க அப்படின்னா my son is going to do all the adorations to our household gods because he believes God much more. கடவுள் நம்பிக்கை வந்து அவனுக்கு ரொம்ப அதிகம். ஓகேவா? So all the works were given to Telemachus. All the works were given to Telemachus by Ulysses. He has given all his responsibility to Telemachus. He hands over all the responsibility to him because he wants to go for next voyage. So what he says, see the next line, meet adoration to my household gods when I am gone. When I am gone, நான் போனதுக்கு அப்புறமா he does, he adoration the gods. See the next line, how he says, he works his work, I mine. He works his work, I mine. When I am gone, my son works his work. I do my work. What is his work? What is the son's work? His son's work is rule the people, rule the country. That is his work. What is the work of Ulysses? Ulysses' work enna? What is the work of Ulysses? He wants to go for a voyage. That is the work of Ulysses. Okay, இதுதான் அவருடைய work. Okay, next. Okay, up to this line, the second part of the poem is over. Up to this line, where when I am gone, he works his work, I mine. Up to this line, the second part of the poem, which means Ulysses hand over his kingdom to his son Telemachus, is over. இதோட over. Okay, now we will go to the third part. What is the third part? Clarion call. Clarion call of the Ulysses. Clarion call of Ulysses. How Ulysses calls his soldier to join with him. அவன் கூட ஜாயின் பண்ணிக்கிறதுக்காக எப்படி கூப்பிடுறாரு அப்படின்னு தான் next part. Okay, listen. There gloom the dark broad seas. There gloom the dark broad seas. Sorry, see the line. There lies the port. There lies the port, the vessel puffs her sail. There lies the port. Port, what is a port? There lies the port. In the port, the ship, here her. Her refers ship. Her refers ship. Puffs her sail. Vessel puffs her sail. Puffs அப்படின்னா clouds. Type of clouds. The clouds are flying. The clouds are flying in the ship. The clouds are flying in the ship. The weightless cloth. ஷிப்பு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும், அந்த ஷிப்பில் வந்து மேலே என்ன பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, கிளாத்தில் இருக்கும். அந்த ஓல்டன் டேஸில் ஷிப்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிளாத் இருக்கும், பெரிய பெரிய கிளாத் அப்படியே பறக்கும். The clouds are flying. அதான் the vessel puffs her sail. அந்த கிளாத்தை பறக்க விட்டுட்டு ரெடியாக நின்றுருக்காங்க. The gloom, there gloom the dark. There gloom the dark. See, here see, the dark means night. He mentioned gloom also dark. இருட்டான இருட்டு அது சொல்ல முடியுமா? எப்படி சொல்லியிருக்க பாருங்க, டார்க் ரெண்டு டார்க் ஒன்றா யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கா பாருங்க. அப்போ என்ன சொல்கிறாருன்னா, கடுமையான இருட்டாயிடுச்சு, ரொம்ப இருட்டாயிடுச்சு. broad seas. ஓகேவா? we can take this word in two meaning. ஒன்று நைட்டை ரெஃபர் பண்ணி சொல்கிறாரு, இன்னொன்று வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ப்ராட் டார்க்காக இருக்கக்கூடிய இந்த ப்ராட் சீஸை பற்றி சொல்கிறார். டூ டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் மீனிங் நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம் அந்த இடத்துல. ப்ராட் சீஸ், இந்த பெரிய கடலில் இருட்டான ரொம்ப கொடுமையான இருட்டில் போக போகிறோம். ஓகேவா? இந்த ரொம்ப டார்க்கான இருட்டில் In this broad seas, in the dark gloom, gloom and darkness same thing. Gloom dark, the ship is ready. The ship is standing. The ship is ready, it is standing. It is flying her cloths. பறந்துட்டு வெல்கம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கு. My mariners. My mariners. Here the mariners refers soldiers. Ulysses' friends and soldiers. My mariners. Souls that have toiled. Souls that have toiled. Our souls were hard work. நம்ம ரொம்ப ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். நம்மளோட சோல்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஹார்ட் ஒர்க்கான சோல்ஸ். அண்ட் ரஃப். We are so rough. We are so rough and thought with me. And thought with me. How I rough, how I strong, how I hard work. Likewise, you are also very hard work persons and rough persons. என்ன மாதிரி தான் நீங்களும். That ever with frolic welcome. That ship gladly welcomes me. That ship gladly welcomes me. The thunder and the sunshine and opposed. The thunder and the sunshine opposed. That ship gladly welcomes me on the way. On the way, we need to meet thunder and sunshine. Thunder means bad time. Sunshine means good time. We want to face both bad time and good time. Bad time பார்த்தாகணும், good time பார்த்தாகணும். ஓகேவா? So my dear soldier, please be ready. Ready to meet. ஓகேவா? அது எல்லாத்தையும் பார்க்கறதுக்கு ரெடியாக இருங்க my dear friends. அப்படின்னு he calls his soldiers. You want to face both good time and bad time. And opposite them. Struggle. You want to fight. You want to fight with the soldiers to face good time and bad time. Okay, I think it is enough today. We will see the remaining lines and remaining verses in the next class. Okay, because it is a long narrative poem. Okay, it is enough today. We will discuss remaining in next class. If you have any doubt, we will discuss later. Thank you. Bye bye.